Good evening. Welcome to Investigator News, and I'm your host, Ellie Holder, and this is a weather and lifestyle news show. I like this show. Karen, do you like dance to the music, the opening music? I was just wondering. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I get in here and I'm a little jazzy. I do the monkey and the little over the head thing. You are Wonder Woman. What'd you do? Did you get your package? I mean, I'd love for you to get it early. I mean, that would be awesome to have it over the weekend. It's going to take you a couple days to get it figured out. So, happy Friday. Yeah, it's into the week. And we got trivia. I got TV trivia. I don't know. I think it's way too easy. You guys are way too smart for this stuff. I need hard stuff. I'll get William to help me. He can find the good hard stuff. So, but Karen, do you dance to the opening music or the closing? I don't know if many people stick around for the wildlife videos at the end. I got kind of a cute one, the Friday cute one. I changed it for the space. I had the space one, everybody left. There'd be zero. Nobody liked that one. I like the wildlife stuff. Maybe we need something exciting. I want the Squirrel Olympics is what I want. You gonna try to check out both? Well, huh? She is who? She is who? She is who? Who? I don't know, William. She is who? She is Karen, I guess. Susan's in here too, so we got quite a few. And I set it up and I put it on the weather thing, and it's Ari today. And where I stopped it, his face scared me. You know, uh, uh, I prefer the usual. Uh, what USA at the ending? Yeah, I play those for mine and William shows on. We got patriotic stuff. I should have worn my patriotic shirt, but I'd only be able to show you the sleeve because um, um, the shirts. I don't know if I could show it on air. You might get me for what do they call it? Cursing and on show. I don't know what they call it. It's not a good shirt. So, all right. So we have Ari and earthquakes all over North Carolina. Can you believe that? Um, I should have brought up the globe. Maybe bring it up on Tuesday to see it happens because Tonga had a 7.2. And the snake thief. Karen, tell me, if you were going to steal a snake, a python, I think that's what it was, how would you get it out of the store? Where would you put it? I mean, if you didn't have a purse, where would you put it? Oh boy, you guys are in for a laugh. Um, so anyway, let's get to Ari, and it is Father's Day this weekend. What this is a good face compared to the first one he had. The first one, let me see if I could back it up. I mean, it was there. We go. That's the one I stopped. That's the beginning of it, and I went, yikes. um, so Father's Day weekend. I hope all you fathers have a great Father's Day weekend. I'll see if I can throw a um, one of them best funny posts together with a few Father's Day things in it. You wouldn't buy a snake, but if you did, where would you put it? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to get on with this because we got a lot today. And then plus trivia and the next show. I tried to do really super light news with trivia, so it's not all that bad. And then we'll get everything situated on Monday. And so, hello to those that are watching that don't comment. Throw a little comment below. Say hi, Mom. I'll put you up there. Just don't say nothing profane. That's it. My shirt was profane. So, all right, it's Friday and I'm having a good time. I have a big weekend planned. Yard work. That's the big weekend. Isn't that what you're supposed to do on Father's Day? You do the yard for Dad? I don't know. So, all right, here we go.
Let's get you guys a Father's Day forecast. I know this is a day where a lot of people have outdoor plans. A couple of problem spots. One of those is going to be in the southeast with some showers and thunderstorms. Another one's going to be in the southern plains, Texas, where we're going to have some serious heat going on. So here's the southeast situation. Basically, what's going to be going on is we'll have some showers and thunderstorms around. Now, there will be dry spots in between the rain, so it's not going to be all day rain, but some of the storms could be a little bit on the gusty side, so at least be prepared for that. Just kind of watch the radar throughout the day. I wouldn't be canceling any outdoor plans if I lived in the southeast. And then in Texas, the temperatures will be over 100 degrees. That's just the temperatures. When you factor in the humidity, it's going to feel like over 110 in a lot of spots. So dangerous heat for sure.
They talk about that, and we get 1 week where it's really super hot, real close to 100 degrees, and we get a week of it. And the heat index is like 108, 110. And then we get 2 weeks of over 100, and it's usually in between 105 and 108 with a heat index of 115, 120. And they just tell everybody to stay inside. Uh, so, yeah, that's why, if you watch the best funny post, I put about the bird that blows off the worm because it's too hot to eat. That's what happens here. I mean, the birds go crazy on the ground in the summer, early mornings. I mean, maybe it's because they got cooked worms. I don't know. I don't want to guess on that. All right, so cooked worms, yeah. Oh boy. All right, so 5 states got hit with tornadoes or straight line winds or flooding. There was real close to Pensacola that had 14 inches of rain last night. I woke up to it and it was like I couldn't even imagine that much rain. So, and we haven't heard about it in Arizona. Usually, Arizona gets the deep rains in early summer. We haven't heard about it. Where's DB? DB, tell us. They hiding it from us. And then we have um, the earthquakes. Boy, there's 51 so far. And then, like I said, they had the big one, 7.2 in Tonga. Uh, Seems like I'm going through this quick. Um, so let's see if I can grab it down here. Well, it says, well, after the 7.0, they had a 6.0 for an aftershock. And now the most recent one that just hit is Guanica, Puerto Rico. That was a 3.0. Now, I would have thought going straight over, which that's what Dutch Sense talks about, but these were, let's see, 4.7, and but Chile was 4.4. So I was like, where's the bigger one? You go over towards Papua New Guinea, 4.9. Now, they did have a good 5.0 in India and Bangladesh border. Um, but if you notice, everything's kind of equally spaced up again. And that's usually when we see something good. Now, we do have Hawaii. It's uh, Pahala, and that was a 2.5. And you know that Kilauea is spewing lava. Then over in Japan, or let's say the Philippines, they have got one that's going too, and a volcano. They got one with 4.8. Then we go up to uh, Russia, which is a usual spot. That was a 4.2. And I'm going to now here, I want to go over here to France. I've been saying, once it hits over here real close to Italy or Greece, it usually goes up towards the UK. Well, it sure did this time. It was on the money. Corcon, France. So if you're over there, and I know we got people from all over the world that watch, I think they get a kick out of me or something. I get a lot of, uh, you're just different and love the y'alls. I don't know. I guess they get a kick out of my southern um, forecast and news reports. So France got one with 4.8, but there's really no big ones. And then we had one over in Turkey. Now remember, Turkey was alive for a while, and then now it finally quit, and it was like it moved on. Nothing in Africa, which I kind of expected a little bit, but then we go down to the islands, and they have quite a bit. Virgin Islands, a 3.5. Let's see if I can get this other one. Um, and Puerto Rico, 3.4. Now we go down over by Mexico. They had in Veracruz border region, they had 4.2, which isn't all that big. 4.8. Remember, yesterday was fives, and I expected a six. Well, we got the six in Tonga, but where is the line going to? Because usually it follows you have a big one, and once you get the big one, it just goes through all these little fault lines and cracks. And usually another one, quite smaller, but not in the fours. I was ready for some excitement. All right, so Smiths Ferry, Idaho, which is odd. They got a 2.6, and Wyoming a 2.6. That was Valley Ranch, and then Toya, Texas. Now we're starting to see them there, um, real close to White Cities, New Mexico. Now, so what I want to go on to now is something. Let's see, is this it? Um, North Carolina town is hit June 16 by 8 earthquakes, just over 3 weeks, they say, which means there's an old fault line that's now active. Now, if you live around North Carolina, a state either below or above it, heads up on this. This is the same general area where 7 previous earthquakes have been recorded since May 23rd. They're ranging in between a 1.8 to a 3.2. Hundreds of witnesses have been reporting something odd, uh, and some even feeling the jolts. Um, they say this means a definitely old fault in the area, but experts are lost at why suddenly became active. Um, they say these are very shallow and they're minor in magnitude, but the quakes aren't usually happening in this region. And they said, is this a fault line that maybe has come alive? And where does it lead to? So, um, and they said these fault lines date back hundreds of millions of years ago to when the Appalachians were formed. So it could go over the Appalachians. Now, it will this um, lead to the Mississippi again? Um, what are the chances that we see the Mississippi flow backwards with these quakes? It's going across. They're coming across into Oklahoma. We're getting small ones here in Arkansas. They're going all the way over to North Carolina and up and down. So if you start, see, I keep telling Karen and Susan, you guys feel something weird? Because boy, it looks like you guys are even rumbling. So, all right, let's get off to the Theif. This Theif, um, um, let's see. Um, okay, so this thief, it was caught on their surveillance camera, their security cameras. And as they were going through, um, they say some of it's live, but they said they didn't catch it live till later. Well, what they caught was a thief in the act, and the thief approaches the snake enclosure. He opens the door and grabs the snake. And then this is, they say, a python. Um, he's basically a snake thief, but normally he carries like a shopping bag, they say. Well, he opens the door and he grabs a snake and proceeds to shove the animal in his pants. Didn't have a bag that day, he said. The managers, to not alert any attention from the staff, walks out of the pet store comfortably with the reptile on his body. The stolen snake was a black pastel ball python, and its estimated value around $200. So, anytime anything like this happens, they say it's very frustrating. The snake was returned by another man later after he saw the story on the news, and he realized he bought a stolen snake from this gentleman. They say the gentleman eventually was arrested for $200 worth of merchandise. But when asked, why did you shove it down your pants? And he said he was afraid it would bite his belly or his chest if he put it down his shirt. I didn't know what you should have seen me. I was falling over laughing when I read that because I was like, so you put it down your pants to get bit somewhere else? Where'd it go? Well, why not put it in your pocket or something? Um, oh boy. Huh. All right. So today in history, let's have a little fun. Maybe, take dad to the amusement park because on this day in history, the first American roller coaster opened at Coney Island. Go enjoy a roller coaster this weekend. Have some fun. All right. This kid's amazing. He is a 21-year-old. Um, he is, um, let's see, I want to get the best of the story here. Um, he is, they say, autistic a little bit, but he has other issues. And they really don't say um, uh, what kind of mental issues or physical he has, but they say he's very slow. And he has a hard time even opening a bottle of water, they say. But he has got, and this guy's name is um, Max Park, and he beat the previous record of 3.47 seconds. He basically is got the world champ for the Rubik's Cube. And when you watch this guy, um, uh, um, uh, let me see if I can get this because you guys have got to watch this kid. He's great. Um, I might have to see if they'll play it over. So now realize this guy has a lot of issues. All right, now come on, let me watch it. And there you have it. There you have it. Um, 3.13. I, you know what I do after about 30 minutes? I take all the stickers off and I put them on the table and then I put them all back on in order. I I don't think they have stickers anymore, but the original ones they did. I mean, I had friends that would play just go at it, go at it, go at it. I'd go at it for a long time, and finally I found it was easier to pull stickers off and put them all back on in the same color. And I'm like, see, look, yeah, I did it. Yeah, yeah, my friends didn't care much for that one. All right, so um, there will be, we've been watching the whales and talking about a lot with the whales being killed by the wind generators out in the oceans. Well, now a federal watchdog decided it's about time they investigate the inshore wind impacts with the whales' deaths. So good for them. Finally, enough whales and it's sad. Enough whales were killed to them to have to look into an investigation on this finally. All right. So, uh, okay. So, you go to rob a bank and, um, things happen on the way to robbing the teller. And this is a good one, folks. This guy walked into a bank in Columbus, Ohio, and he handed the bank teller a note saying he was armed and he needed money. And so the bank teller handed over a note demanding the money. And okay, wait a minute. Uh, so he said on the note, "I have a gun," and he wasn't really satisfied with the stash of cash he pulled out of the drawer and demanded more money. And she said, well, in order for me to reopen this, I need your ID. Took his ID out and he gave it to her. So she opened the drawer, gave him what little she had. He got very mad and he left. And she kept his ID. So on the way to the getting mad and the teller being smart, you got to have your ID to open up the drawer. And he obliged her. Didn't get away with, they say, $120. Thank goodness she didn't have very much in her cash drawer that day. All right. Oh boy. Um, Mr. Florida, Mr. Deep. Did you guys even watch any of that with him? He spent 100 days in a plush submarine, is what I called it. Um, he came out. He spent the 100 days and he's out. He feels great. It's the first time he's seen the sun in 100 days. He said it wasn't really all that bad. Uh, yeah. Um, if you guys, oh boy, I know we all do a lot of barbecuing and the brats are big. And we know Johnsonville, I know Johnsonville usually makes the best. Well, as of early this morning, Johnsonville recalled more than 42,000 pounds of sausage links after plastic contamination. Um, these were the recalling of 4,200 pounds of ready to eat pork sausage links for possible contamination. Um, they said this is in Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin. Um, they also are recalling some of the better with cheddar links. They said they have the same issues, and the pork sausage links were produced January 26th. Um, they say, but that it wouldn't be on your package, but they are recalling it. Um, and they say, be sure the better cheddar dogs and the sausage. Don't eat it. I don't know of anybody that takes it back. I think everybody just throws it away. So network Nick show. No, well, it will be on the network, but I'm going to do it here too. I'm going to do all three, and then we'll start on um, the news on the network on Monday, or your show, and we'll be on there. And then Tuesday, I'll follow you with it. So I don't want to confuse everybody again. um, so I'm going to do trivia on all three platforms, and then Monday we'll start fresh, and me and Randy will be here, and then William will be on the network. So I'll be sure to let you guys know. And you can follow me and William over. William, I don't know, I might help you co-host. We'll do two shows this next week. And then you never had those? Oh, I love that stuff. I like the brats though. I'm just a big on brats. But those, they're kind of more like a hot dog. The better cheddars are better, but my granddaughter don't like them. Or the smoky Oscar Myers. Boy, those are real good. All right, so let's get on to the the funny post. It's all about fathers. It's Father's Day, so let's pick on them. Let's poke Dad and Grandpa with a stick. Maybe your brother-in-law, or maybe your hubby. Today is one of the first of Father's Days of our new millennium. They say fathers of the 1900s didn't have it as good as the fathers of today, but they did have a few advantages. Like in 1900, fathers prayed for the children would learn English. Today's father pray that their children will actually speak English enough to tell what they're saying. In 1900, father horsepower meant his horses. Today, it's the size of the minivan. It says and station wagon, but they don't do station wagons no more. In 1900, if a father put a roof over his family's head, it was a success. Today, it takes a roof, a deck, a pool, a four-car garage, the tennis court, and just a vacation home. Um, the 1900, father waited for the doctor to tell him when the baby arrived. Today, a father must wear a smock, and they have to know how to breathe. Lamaze could be required. And make sure his film is in the video camera. 1900s, fathers passed on clothing to their sons. Today, Kids wouldn't touch dad's clothes if they were sliding naked down the icicles. Yeah, that's true. Uh, 1900 fathers could count on children to join the family business. Today, fathers pray their kids will soon come home from college long enough to teach them how to work the computer and set the VCR. I always get Jayla to do it. I'm like, Jayla, I can't figure this out. And sometimes it takes Mo to do it. But remember the smart fridge? Oh my God. Never. I won't. The smart fridge, smartphone, smart TV control. Well, why do you have three TV controls anyway? Someone in the comments tell me what's the purpose. I mean, I know one's for the dish, one's for the TV, one's for the Blu-ray thing, and one's, I don't know. Some people even have five. And then you say, here, we're going to leave for the weekend. Have fun. Boy, I was lost. I was like, have no clue. All right, so 1900 fathers pinned for old country Romania, Italy, and or Russia. Today, fathers are pined. I'm sorry, for old country Hank Williams. 1900, a father smoked a pipe. Now, if he tries that today, he gets sent outside after a lecture on lip cancer and how bad it smells. Um, uh, In 1900, a Father's Day gift would be a hand tool. Today, he'll get a digital organizer, maybe a new controller. 1900, a good day at the market meant the father brought home feed for the horses. Today, it means dad got an early on an IPO. In 1900, Happy Meal was when father shared funny stories around the table. Today, a Happy Meal is what dad buys at McDonald's. Watch out for the box cutters. Remember that yesterday? Wow. All right. 1900, the fathers were truly appreciated. Today, fathers are never really truly appreciated as much as they think they should be. That's true. Fathers entered the room of the children, often rose to attention. Uh, Today, it's a glance up, a grunt, and says, Dad, you're invading my space. Remember, we used to jump up and hide stuff. Well, I don't know, maybe y'all didn't, but I did. I found out if you tape stuff to the ceiling above the door, they never see it. They'll come in, they'll look around your room, never see it. Yeah, I hid some good stuff up there. You guys are learning all my tricks. All right. um, if a father was involved, if he spanked a kid now and then, today a father's involved only if he coaches Little League and organizes Boy Scouts and carpools. Yep. Um, and I feel for fathers with that or mothers. The carpool, and then you have to share it with other kids, and other kids do stuff that you can't yell, you can't hit them. The whole backhand thing over the seat that moms do. You can't slam on the brakes and have them all lurch forward. And you can't do that to other people's kids. If it was my mom, she would be able to slap all of us all the way to the back seat of the station wagon. Grandpa, oh my goodness, how he got our attention is he would roll. We would all have the windows rolled down, and we were taking the trip up the mountain, and he would spit out the window. And whoever had the windows open in the back of the station wagon, they got hit. So it was whoever was bad got that seat. All right. Um, In the 1900s, fathers threatened their daughters' suitors with shotguns if a girl came home late. Fathers break the ice by saying, so how long have you had that earring in that nose? Yeah, that's true. All right, so that is it for today, this Friday, and I'm geared up for some trivia. I'm ready for this. It's TV trivia. So we will have it on all three platforms again just today. Um, and then Monday we'll change things up. So we'll be here Monday on Investigator News 2. So if you're over at Network, come over here for the first show. And then you'll just have to follow us. Maybe we'll make a game for some points out of it, if you can find out where Ellie's at that day. All right, I'm teasing. So subscribe and hit the like button. Ring my bell, as I always say. It's that song. Anybody know who did that song, Ring My Bell? I thought Diana Ross or one of them did it. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. So with that, folks, we are done. And, of course, I haven't played this ending in a while, quite a few weeks. So enjoy it. Have a nice Friday and come join us for some trivia.